So in this video I am going to do a quick 3 or 4 minute intervention for a player here in this competition. This is Trevor down in the circle. He's going to talk me through how he points to get close to the orange cochonnet, which is just here. So Trevor shoots and points with a very interesting style which I've talked about in some of my previous videos, and we're actually going to see that here in action today. So let's see if we can hand over to Trevor. So Trevor, first tell us how you throw the ball, what you're going to do, where you're going to, just talk me through your point.
Talk me through the point. I want to get as near as I can.
Okay, he's going to get as near as he can. Off you go. So as you can see, if we zoom in on Trevor, he is throwing, well, we can't zoom in on him, let's see if we can. Very open-handed, open finger. He hasn't picked a landing spot.
And again?
Just throw, yeah, carry on. He's just thrown his ball. So the second one is much better. Let's see the third one, what happens, and then we'll see if we can do an intervention. So that's not too bad. Next 3, please. We'll fill those spots in for him. As you can see, I filled in 3 very, very different spots because he threw the ball very, very differently. That one's got lots of side spin on it, which is why it's kicked off, just over his front ball. Next one, it's got even more side spin on it, so it's centered off to the side as well. And that has also got side and a little bit long. So we will change. Trevor, if you can come this way. Grab your ball. So what I'm going to do is, if we go over here to the camera, so holding your hand up to the camera, show me how you normally hold your ball. Hold it up to the camera, camera lens is there. Okay, can you see how his ball are held like this, like a claw? So when he releases, the fingers can send the ball that way, that way, that way, or that way. So just close your fingers now. Close them tightly. Take your thumb off. Right, so now you're in a very different position. What we're doing is we're letting go of the ball with these 2 fingers and all of these fingers held tightly together. Try the same shot. Do you pick a spot when you're throwing your ball, or do you just look at the cochonnet and throw it and hope?
Throw and hope.
Throw and hope. This is what happens with an awful lot of people. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pick a spot and we're going to try and land in that spot, and what we're going to do is use the circle to land in that spot. So let's go back down the bottom, same cochonnet. Remember just to use your hands exactly the same as you would normally.
You want me to land in that?
I've picked this for you, okay? This is your landing area. So you need to land in the circle, get close to the cochonnet. Remember, close your fingers, thumb off, thumb off, okay? And then hit the circle. Let's get it close to the cochonnet. Let's see what happens.
I ain't going to go nowhere near it.
Well,
that's too short.
Okay. Well, if you think it's too short, let's move it up a little bit.
That's way too short.
Okay, so how's that?
I still think that's too short.
Okay, you still think it's too short? Well, the other ball that you threw was shorter than that. Land it in the circle, remember? I know, it feels awkward. Close the fingers. Now you've got the next 3. You've got the next 3 ball.
It's still 2.
So as you can see, he's struggling because suddenly he's not throwing.
If I'm going to do that, that needs to be further forward.
He's having to play with backspin on the ball as well. Now this isn't going to be a miracle in 6 ball. It's going to be an interesting thing to see how we transition with it. So we'll do exactly the same again. We'll play the next shots. And there we go. He's landed in the circle and he's pretty much on the jack. Try and see if we can do it again.
Oh,
nice carrow. Not quite a carrow, but a nice shot. Next one. And again, it's a good ball. So we will try and replicate this, do it again, see what happens. Do exactly the same again.
Yeah.
I know it feels difficult.
I kind of got that.
Yeah, you kind of got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're picking your spot, straight down the bottom again. So, cochonnet slightly shorter in this one. So remember, close your fingers, thumb off as much as you can, land in the circle. I brought the cochonnet back and the circle back a little bit. So he's looking much better. He's got very good balance anyway. And that's good. So after this next ball, we'll fill in the landing spot. The idea is just to hit the circle area. This is what they call as the donnet. So you hit the circle, which sent it off a little bit. They call the donnet in France is basically the landing spot. If you can hit your landing spot, you're good. Okay. Next 3 ball. Let's see if he plays better with my ball, like he did in the last end, the last practice end that we had. And that is a very good example of how good this is. Pick your landing spot, land in it, and it's straight towards the cochonnet. And there we go again. 2 brilliant ball. He's playing really well with my ball. Obviously my ball had a big difference here. And there's 3 excellent ball with my ball. So let's ask Trevor, what did you feel was the difference? Because this is important. Well, it's not what I think.
I didn't feel as much in control,
okay,
but they were better.
They were better, okay. So you played really good with my ball, so leave my ball there. Let's throw your ball from that end again. We'll take my ball out of the way. We'll fill the landing spots in. And let's see what happens. So, it could be a psychological thing, maybe not. Obviously, this is a very quick intervention on a player to get him to look at things and see things in a different way, to see if he can adopt to the game and change his game, because this is totally out of his comfort zone. Everything in his hand is going to feel really awkward. He's going to go, oh no, I've got to close my ball. See, he didn't throw his ball, so maybe his ball are too heavy. I don't know what the ball are, but he threw that and it really stuck, and he was very short, so short of the landing spot. So we'll investigate that afterwards. Also, there's a different size with the ball. His are much bigger, and his hands are literally much smaller than what the ball should be. So it's still a decent ball though. It's nicely in front, it's near the cochonnet. See if he can do the same again with this last one. Then we'll check the ball out. Just gone through. Let's just check these balls out. So, interesting. Mine are 700s, Trevor's 720. This could be one of the reasons why he isn't necessarily pointing as well with his own ball at this particular area. But it's an interesting one to see. Which did you feel better with?
Yours.
Felt better with mine. Okay. I would say they're pretty much the same size, 73. Yep. So the size is good, the weight is the difference. When you're throwing a heavier ball, if you're pointing, you have to be wary of it and practice with it.
So I'll do 3 more with
you
yours.
Can do 3 more with mine? Yeah, let's see let's do 6. Let's do 6 and see what happens. Keep the cochonnet in exactly the same place. It's my ball and your ball. So in this one, we're starting with my ball first, just to see if it makes a difference. This could be psychological. So the good thing here with Trevor is he's nicely balanced. His weight is spread. He's shifted his body just very slightly across. His knees are bent, so he has got good balance. It's a good throw. Just a little, maybe a touch too high. That was the only reason why it stopped. But he landed in the landing spot, which is the most important thing. And it is a good throw. There's a better one. And there we can see. So, when he releases now, he's still putting just a touch of side spin on the ball. That's a habit that's ingrained and might need to be eradicated out. But another good ball. Right, now we're trying it with your ball, Trevor. Let me just fill the landing spot in. So we have the donnet filled in. Let's see if he plays better now with his own ball. See, there is a 20-gram difference. It does make a little bit of difference to the actual shot, as I say. But it's good, okay. These are reasonable ball. Now, this pitch, the stones are quite big, and so they do send the ball off in funny directions sometimes. Not a bad outcome. And we've got to let the lady know what we want for the barbecue. Final ball, and he's hit the circle. So So there we go, a little intervention.